You guys want me to pop a little opening?
Yeah,
I mean,
could you?
Yeah, sure. So we're going in week 2, and a lot of good work today. Just situational football, and Coach does a great job with educating our guys and our staff about it. We're embracing that, and spend a lot of time on camp here this next week on doing it. And there's some really good things to teach off of. And today, I think we did one of the things that stuck out to me today, just offensively, it was like, the quarterbacks were uncomfortable, and I don't mean that like like they're uncomfortable with what we were doing, but like we got some good blitz work. We had a couple new schemes in today. So as you go into week 2, we stretch them mentally, and we left with some really good things today. But we were uncomfortable today. That's a good thing as far as fall camp goes. So we're excited to be moving in towards whatever number day it is. Kind of lose track, but we're getting better every day.
You're going to make this a horse race thing, but what's the progress of your top 2 quarterbacks at this point?
Yeah, we're pouring a lot of the reps into those guys. I know you guys have been privy to that a little bit and seen that some. And Ryan Johnson's doing a really good job when his opportunity comes up. I think they're great. They're great. The room is great for each other. We've talked at nauseum about a little bit about the room and how they get along, and how they pull for each other, make each other better. And that's really just the truth. It's not like that everywhere. And we got a unique bunch of guys that really truly care or invested about the other one's interest. Now they want theirs. There's nothing wrong with that. You should want yours. You should want your opportunity. You should want to be the guy. But they don't let that get in the way of the relationship. And so Art and Tommy are certainly good for each other, good for our room, and are good for our team.
Are you seeing any separation yet amongst your wide receivers, especially?
Man, we're playing a bunch of them, and man, there's a lot of plays. They've all made plays. They've all had their ups and downs, just like everybody in camp. But I think obviously Isaiah's been really steady, and I don't want to get into the names, because each day has kind of been a different guy, and I think we got a group there that's got some, we got some depth at the position, and and so I think we were certainly further along and continue to be further along than we were day 1 of spring and day 2 of spring, and there's been a lot of positive signs from that group.
Coach Bielema has said that he won't name a starting quarterback probably until the week of the first game, but is Tommy continuing to get the majority of the first team reps from our limited viewing? He's gotten most of them so far.
Yeah, we're splitting them up. Probably depends on when you're viewing it and what segment you're viewing it in. And but they're certainly both being in there with the ones a fair share amount. So we're still trying to figure that out and still kind of going through the competition phase there to a large degree. And we feel like we've got, we need to be able to have three guys game ready for us to go play.
From a skill standpoint, how are those two different?
Yeah, they are different. Art's a kind of a big, powerful guy, and Tommy, he's not as, obviously as big, but maybe a little quicker or twitchier, but Art's powerful, and he's like a prototypical quarterback, and Tommy is, a little bit, shiftier maybe, to some degree, and so, they're very different, but the thing about our system and anybody's system, really, those guys both fit very well with what we're doing, and we can play around them.
Coach, a receiver, is the talent there? I know guys all have to get better in progress.
Yeah.
But is the overall talent, is it enough there for you to have a kind of season you want?
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that across all positions that we've got enough talent that will play within the system and play with discipline and togetherness and chemistry and detail that. We're going to be fight, scratching, and clawing in a lot of games, and the wide receiver group, as like I said a minute ago, the encouraging thing is it's like there's been a couple, it's been guys have had their days, and it's not a reflection of inconsistency. It's just been, we play a bunch of different guys in a bunch of different positions, and the ball gets spread out over the field, and so that I've been really pleased with the group overall.
Brian Hightower, one of those wideouts, he had some ups and downs before you got here, but I'm wondering just your fresh impressions of what you've seen from him.
Yeah, just a steady young man that cares, that's got integrity and character, catches the football really well, big body, has given us his all, and that's what we want from everybody, and he certainly epitomizes that.
What stands out about what Julian's given you at left tackle? What's his growth been since? I know he's even limited in the spring.
Yeah, he was. I didn't get to see him as much in the spring, but he's really gifted. He can really bend and long. You stand next to him, and you're like, my good. Y'all see him on the interview. He's big. He's a big human, and we got a big line. Overall, we got some length there, and I think he really likes football and he likes competing, and so. I think he's been a really good complement to the other side of Paucho, and with his length and athleticism, they have a similar type game.
You mentioned when camp started that it was kind of a reset in terms of install and learning the offense. Are there specific landmarks of progress you're looking for in the weeks leading up to the opener, and how is that different maybe than spring?
Yeah.
Or if it is?
Yeah, that's a fair question. There were some things we left on the table in the spring that, were situational based that we didn't get to. But for now, probably the primary amount of install to this degree, besides a wrinkle here, maybe a route combination here, or, our base core is pretty much in, but now it turns into situational football, so that always requires you to install some special components, whether it's, the last play of the game or, taking a knee or those types of things. So we're chipping away at that at a daily basis so we get game ready for every situation that might come about.
What were some of your biggest takeaways, execution-wise, from the first scrimmage?
We played clean, took care of the ball. From an assignment standpoint, we weren't as detailed. We were a little bit sloppy, but on the outer, the outer part, on the outside looking in, you would say that was a pretty clean scrimmage. There wasn't a lot of penalties, and the ball wasn't on the ground, and went through an interception. So that was a real positive, and we got to continue to take care of the ball.
We always heard about the tempo. Were you pleased with the tempo?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't really, to be honest with you. And the guys know that. That's not a secret. We got to press that, and it's kind of to be expected. In your first scrimmage, and we're not like, that's the tempo, whether we're huddling or not huddling or, whatever that is. The tempo just of the communication in between plays, it was a little slower than I would like. It wasn't terrible, but it's been a point of emphasis for us this week.
What did you see from Pat Bryant?
Well, Pat Bryant is one tough dude now.
Oh.
Yeah, Pat Bryant, that's what you asked about.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude now. I mean, he's a competitor. He loves football. That's one thing that sticks out to me. He reminds me a lot of, we had a receiver at Arkansas named Keon Hatcher that was just, he was that. Like whatever you ask him to do, he did it. He embraced it. And Pat will block on the perimeter. He'll run routes. He'll try to make a contested catch. I mean, like he epitomizes what we're wanting offensively just from us overall. I mean, he's got things to work on. He knows that, and he's back here listening right now. I mean, he knows we all got things to get better at, but like, I don't know a whole lot else to say about him, but he gives it now. He's special.
Hey, real quick, guys, I'm going to get started with Pat over here just so we can get a conversation going. We probably have time for 2 or 3 questions.
I know tight ends are really important to your offense. Have been for Brett for a long time. You guys seem really high on Tip Ryman.
Yeah, Tip's had a heck of a camp.
What's he showing you, and what's he bring to your offense?
He's a good player.